Hello, Facebook family. Welcome once again to another very exciting edition of Saturday Online Clinic. Like I have been telling you today, I am with the Garden Goddess, okay? And we're all about healthy nutrition, healthy cooking, and healthy eating because health is wealth, okay? So now right here we have the Garden Goddess, Mrs. IBY, okay? So we are really excited to have you with us, and thank you for having us in your beautiful home. All right?
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Regina's Clinic. Thank you so much.
Regina's Clinic. Saturday Online Clinic.
Saturday
It's all
Online
good.
Clinic.
It's all good.
Thank you so much for coming to my home, and welcome everybody to my home. So,
Thank you for having us. And caveat, people, the Garden Goddess is going to be a judge on Soupastars. Why? This is because she is famed for her culinary skills in the New Jersey area. Ivy can cook up a storm, right? And all her friends call her for, do you have a fan today? Do you have a pancake today? Do you have this and that today? And so, who better to come to than the Garden Goddess when we're talking about skills, cooking skills, kitchen skills, presentation skills. So here we are. Ivy just came back from Nigeria, and look behind us. It is quite a spread.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's just put people through to what we're going to.
Yes. So what are we cooking today, Ivy?
So today we are cooking ekpan kuko.
Ekpan kuko.
Ekpan kuko is one of those serious delicacies. When if you're from IBY or Cross River State,
You understand,
you
right?
understand. You
So
must have ekpan kuko.
what
So
is
let's
this
start.
one?
This is the grated one. So let's show them what the cocoyam.
The cocoyam. The
Just
raw
the-
materials.
the raw
This is the raw
materials. These
materials.
are the raw
Welcome to
materials.
the lab. This is a
So-
health clinic of sorts, right? Ivy's kitchen.
So this is cocoyam, and
Yes.
I like it or not, I grow cocoyam in America in
Uh-huh.
my container, and it does extremely well.
In the cold?
No, I bring it in. I do it in the summer. I do it in the
Okay.
summer.
Okay.
So the ekpan kuko is the cocoyam.
We grate that.
I don't grate it in America.
How do you do it?
I chop it into pieces and then
Yeah.
I blend it.
Great,
Yes.
great.
Then I blend it because yes, I know that back in Nigeria
Yeah, we grate it.
grate it, but here you just life is simple. So you just
Okay, so
wanna-
that is the
So this
grated.
is the finished, the grated product.
Okay.
So I also use spinach
Yes.
to wrap it. You know, you have to wrap it. And this is spinach from my garden. It's still out there. It's the only thing left in this weather. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then of course, what is ekpan kuko without
Mfi. Periwinkle.
periwinkles? This
Yes.
is periwinkles.
Yes. Okay, pium. That's what they call it.
So this is going. We are going to put periwinkles there.
And
also, I have snails. We are going to put snails.
are we able to have a close up of it? Can we have a close up of it? Those are snails from
These are
Nigeria.
snails.
Periwinkle.
These are periwinkles.
And what is this one?
That's goat meat.
Goat meat. Okay.
So this is snails.
Snails, periwinkles, goat meat. What about this
goat
one?
meat. I'm getting there, honey. I'm getting there. And of course, this is cow leg. If you notice, the pieces of my meat are cut into tiny bits because I don't want anything to distract from the main dish, which is the ekpan kuko. It has to taste beautifully. And of course, dry fish.
Dry fish.
Which is the dry catfish.
Yes.
Okay. So the trick in making my ekpan kuko delicious. The trick in making my ekpan kuko delicious is that when I'm blending it, I don't know if you have close-ups here.
Yeah, go closer. Yeah.
When I'm blending it, I add pepper in the mix.
Oh, you add.
I add Maggi and
Yes.
I add onion.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
when you wrap it, everything is already stuck inside there. Seasoned.
Right.
And of course, I throw in shrimps. See, there are some people who don't eat meat, so you can actually make the same meal
Only with shrimps.
Only with shrimps, fish.
Do you think that vegan people can cook ekpan kuko?
Of course they can. They just have to take away what they don't eat.
But how will it taste if they don't?
It will still come out nice
Really?
because they're already used to that particular taste of eating
Oh, okay.
vegan food.
All
So
right.
whatever they take out from here
Yes.
will still make for a good meal.
All right. So there's something that you didn't tell everybody about, and I see it here, and I cannot resist showing it. Okay, to a viewing public.
Listen. If you are from Nigeria.
Yes,
I
and you
think
don't know this.
And you don't know this, then we have not started cooking. This is stockfish. Regina, can you imagine the size?
Yes, it's almost as tall as you.
I'm telling you. So this is stockfish, and stockfish goes into everything we cook.
Yes.
Most people, my husband loves stockfish, my children love stockfish.
Yes.
However, it stinks. The smell is terrible.
It smells so
So what
good.
I do in the absence to take away the smell
What do you do?
is that I soak it overnight.
Doesn't that kill the
No, it doesn't.
flavor?
I put salt in it and then I soak it overnight.
Yeah.
And then in the morning I take it out and I freeze it.
Yes.
That way I don't have to worry about the smell catching people's dresses or in my house.
All right, so we have red oil here. Can you talk a little bit about red oil, palm oil? This is, my children say, mommy's magic oil. But
So this is a magic oil that changes everything. However, a lot of people are staying away from oil, but
this is very nutritious because
Yes.
it contains a lot of vitamins and acids that are good for your stomach. It heals wounds, it's good for your skin, it's good for the hair, especially the linoleic acid in it. It's
the
really
linoleic acid is
useful.
awesome. I remember when I was young and like if we go to the village I fall or something, you're burnt.
Yeah.
My grandmother would always use a little bit of the palm oil. to
And it's
rub
also
on it.
used to negate the effects of poison.
Yes, that's it for you.
All right.
And
So-
then
There is a question I have for you, garden goddess.
What?
Now, in making a pankukwo, I see them put this in the pot and then put potash, like a stone, like I don't know the
potash, I know
English
the potash. They
Yes.
call it akam.
name. Akam,
Joe, you want to know why they put akam?
yes.
So there's that belief that cocoyam can sometimes scratch your fruit.
Oh.
So most people put the potash to take that
Yes.
away.
Okay.
But oil can also do the same magic like
Yes.
the potash. So in this meal today, we're not going to do the
Okay, the potash.
The potash.
But I brought it if we need it.
No, we're
because
not
it
going to
does
use
a
it
certain
because-
something to the palm oil. When
It
you
does.
put palm oil and potash, it kind of
Yeah, but I
thickens it.
don't like it in my food.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then because I think it has a lot of alkaline or something. And then this is crayfish. So how I bring my crayfish in is that we buy it in a bag to be washed, dried, and then they will blend it, and I can stock it for years.
Okay.
Tin. And
Pepper
of course, this is pepper.
to taste.
This is actually from my garden. And then this is onions. Of course, the onions has been put in here already.
Oh, really?
Yes, onions. And then I have I have the dry fish intact from Akwa Ibom, yes. And then this here is not going to go into any of our meals, any of our cookings today, but at least it's up here so that you know that this is Akwa Ibom house. And then there's yam tuba in there.
Yes,
We have
okay.
yam, and then we have, of course, coconut.
Yes.
Listen, I have a thing with coconut, especially the coconut water,
What do you do with it?
honey. It turns me on.
Ah! Okay.
So give me
Okay.
coconut water and we're
Lime
good.
in the coconut.
Lime in
Okay.
the coconut.
And we're good.
So today we are making a pankukwo, and of
Yes.
course we are making afang. Afang is sukazi.
Yes.
And for the afang I use the spinach which is here. And I don't like too much texture when I'm making ukwo, which is the afang. So what I do is that
You
I
blend it
blend
also.
my spinach. So the spinach is ready blended. And of course this is the afang, which I brought
In its
from
natural form.
it is natural form. Everything I cook in this house is fresh. So this is my fresh afang. This is okazi. For those who don't know what afang is.
Okay.
So this is okazi, and what I do with okazi is that the same thing, like more or less like the crayfish. It will be washed, dried, cut, and then blended, and then we'll freeze it in Nigeria before I start bringing it, so that by the time I get it, it's still frozen, and I leave it frozen, and it remains fresh for as long as I keep it in the house.
Oh, right.
And then another ingredient that is very important, you can't do a pankukwo without it.
What is it?
It's nchao.
What is that? Nchao.
Ntong.
Oh, but why are you saying nchao?
That is what the Igbos call it, I think.
Oh.
But this is ntong.
Okay.
Sometimes I grow it in my
Mint
garden.
leaves? Is it the same as mint leaves?
Oregano, more like oregano.
Okay.
If I don't have this, I use oregano. Sometimes I
Okay.
use the mint leaf.
Oh.
So Regina, are you ready to cook?
Yes, I'm ready to cook.
Let's do it.
I'm ready to cook. And I
So-
hope all the Superstars contestants are watching for tips and tidbits on how to make a winning recipe at the competition on the 6th of December in Lagos, Nigeria.
So wear
Okay?
your gloves.
Thank you so very
And
much.
I don't know if you can see this. we started the afang already. So the afang is in there with all of the meat. We need to put the fish in. I need to wear my gloves.
So what do you have here?
So in there I have oxtail.
Yeah.
I have oxtail, I have shrimps. I have fish. I'm going to add fish.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to taste it.
Hold it right there.
Okay,
So we're adding the
fish.
We're adding the fish in the mix.
How much do you put? Everything?
Not everything. Of course, we are making 2 meals. So
Do you want me to taste the fish and see that it's okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a big piece though.
Try calabar fish. Oh my god.
So that's the fish, and then I'm going to add the periwinkle into the soup, into the afang.
Keep adding, keep adding. Let me finish this one.
Okay. So while that is going on, we'll start on the ekpang koko.
What are we doing?
Well, we'll be wrapping the ekpang koko.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So before you start cooking it, you put the palm oil at the bottom of the pot, so that it doesn't stick.
How much? Just to cover the bottom.
Just to cover the bottom. Of course, you're going to add it more, later on when you're still cooking it. So that's what it looks like at the bottom of it. And the way I cook mine is very interesting because I do it in stages. So the next thing I'm going to put under that baby is my periwinkles.
Why?
It's just like a base.
Okay.
To be able to sit the.
So that makes the thing just steam the cocoyam.
Yes. Okay. So after that, we start wrapping. Regina, come to work.
Yeah, let me finish tasting the fish.
So this is while we are wrapping. This is going on. And again, I cook afang in different ways. For this particular recipe, I know that most people say, "Oh, let us put afang the last so that it still remains fresh." I do the reverse. In this particular, for today's cooking, I'm going to have the spinach, the afang first, because I believe that when you put afang has a peculiar taste. When you put afang first, the taste settles in, and then of course the spinach is fresh, so it keeps it still fresh.
Okay.
So this is how you do it.
I hope I'm still in shot. Okay. Alright, so
We're gonna wrap it.
you have other gloves. Let me change this one.
Yes. As many as you want. So it's going to be in layers. After we fill up the first layer here, we are now going to add another set of kufi on top, add fish, and then we go in layers. We keep on adding different things. So again, this is spinach from my garden. This is going to take time, so we'll just be going in and out.
Alright. I'm going to ask you a few questions while we wrap this.
Okay.
Now, listen to the real Calabar woman talk, okay? Alright. They say, fish is stuck in my throat. Is it like this? Is it too much?
Hey. Hey.
Cut it into two.
Well, it's okay, but you need to make sure you wrap it properly.
So it does not.
Oh, and when you're grating it, you don't add water because cocoyam has water on its own. And like I tell people, there are some major things that you must have in your kitchen.
What?
Good blender.
And our contestants are getting blenders. You know that, right?
Good blender. Good pressure cooker.
Yes.
That has saved my marriage severally. So you have to have those ones. Okay.
So it's been rumored. It's not a rumor. It's a fable that Calabar women cook their way into a man's heart, right?
Whoa!
Do you believe this? Is it true or not true?
For starters, I would say that I am a food lover, and I just love to cook. I don't think it is all about food. I don't think it's only food that cooks the way into a man's heart. I think it's a total package. it is respect,
Yeah.
it is presentation,
Yeah.
it is being present in the now. See, let me tell you something. Food presentation in the plate can also reflect love.
How would that happen?
You know? What I'm saying is that some people are just very careless
And what,
in the sense that they can just put the food and throw it out and just leave it.
So how would you present your own food with love?
I'll present my own food with love, with taking care to make sure that the plate is nice. That's how you can put food in a plate and it makes it inviting.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The ambience of the food, what you use in the food, the time you spend cooking that food. Do you understand? And
you'll be feeling love in your heart when you're
feeling love in your heart. So it's just about so many different things. I don't think it's just the food. You understand? Because anybody can eat anywhere. You can eat in the restaurant. What I know about Akwa Ibom women, Calabar women is that when we love, we're all in.
Yes.
We're all in, irrespective of food or not. We take care of you, we massage you, we do other things, So, so I would really not think it's all about food.
Right.
Yes, food is good. We have different delicacies. Like in this house, I make Hausa food. I make all kinds of food. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You went to school in Maiduguri, right? Up north.
That is my second home. Maiduguri is my second home, forever my home, forever in my heart. So, but it is not just about food. It's keeping your home clean. Do you understand what I'm saying? Keeping your home clean.
Yeah, but you see, these days it's hard. It's hard for when the woman works and the man works, and then you come home from work so tired. Who does the cleaning? Who does the cooking? Who's gonna do all that?
See,
tell me how you manage.
It's a collective.
It's rough.
Okay, my job takes me away most of the time, and I have my husband. Now he's alone because the kids are all grown. So, but basically, the fact of the relationship is collective responsibilities.
Half and
Not
half.
half and half. Not just because you're a woman, there's a name tag that you must die in the kitchen. It's just a partnership. Your partnership is not only in bed. I can't believe
That's a good partnership still.
Your partnership is not only in bed, it's a good partnership. But partnership, I think, has to cut across borders. Like this morning, I'm trying to do this. Dom is helping me move things around.
And he was going to help you cut the stockfish.
He's going to help me cut the stockfish. You understand? It just makes life easy. And I would like to tell men that when you do that for your women.
Should we not add something else?
No, not yet. When you help your women out in the kitchen to make it easy, then they will relax and able to receive you in whatever way they want you to receive. You want them to receive you.
Exactly.
Not that you come in, you have your pack of beer, you're watching TV, the wife is all down and out, and then in the night, later on, you want her to also satisfy you.
Buddha leg. Leave that leg.
What is that? So that's difficult. You understand what I'm saying? So if you do things as, if you extend your partnership into housework, into kitchen, into school work, into running errands, into doing different things, do you understand?
That's
together.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it also helps the relationship to immerse the relationship and develop trust, knowing that, okay, so I'm not going to be here. By the time I get home, I know that A, B, C, D, E is going to be done. Or, you wake up, somebody else, your husband is helping you to bring the laundry down. You understand? Without having to say, so it's a woman's responsibility to do this. No.
Yes. So we're not just cooking, we're also giving relationship tips, okay? I did ask all the bachelors and all the people that are trying to cook their way into a man's heart to be here, or into a woman's heart. The men also cook and want to cook their way into a woman's heart. Whichever way works out for you, we're happy to have you here on Saturday Online Clinic. In a little bit, we're going to go in depth into the nutritional values of all the ingredients we're going to use, okay? So stay tuned, all right? Okay, so I'm going to do the whole basin.
Now is the second level.
Okay, of pyom pyom of wrinkles. All right.
Now I'm going to put some fish.
More fish. Oh, that fish tasted good. Are we still in shot? Everything's okay? Oh, great, okay.
So now I'm going to put the cow leg.
Yes.
Putting the cow leg.
Nice. This cow leg is almost like pomo. Do you think pomo is healthy?
Honestly, I am not into
A big
a big
fan
fan of more cow leg, and even I'm not also into nightshade food,
What is nightshade?
nightshade food. These are nightshade food. This one here, tomatoes, garden egg, because I have psoriasis.
Oh,
And nightshade,
okay.
you know, it makes me flare.
Okay.
So I stay away from nightshade's food. So I'm not really into this, but I also don't like to see bone from the cow leg. So what I do, that is why you're seeing the cow leg.
Everything deboned.
Everything deboned and nice. Okay, keep wrapping.
Yes.
So now I'm going to go back here into the afang soup now.
Yes.
So the afang soup has stockfish.
So we are cooking at the same time. We're making afang soup and we're making ekpang fufu. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So this is the afang. This is the.
Okay, so that goes in first before the spinach.
Yes.
Okay. In Africa, what's going on?
There's a question.
A question. Go ahead with the question.
Haruna is asking if you're promoting a Calabar menu or African dishes, including Ghana jollof rice.
Where is Nigeria? Nigeria is in Africa, right?
Yes.
So southeast or south of Nigeria, they are part of Africa, right? So it's all good. We're in line. We haven't gotten to Ghana jollof rice yet, but I bet you if we were to cook it, there'll be no question about
who is asking for Ghana jollof rice when Nigerian jollof rice is the best. Come on.
Don't let Ghanaians try it too.
Jacob says that, I don't know how to say it, but it's KPOMO.
One more? Yeah.
It's definitely not healthy.
Is that not healthy?
Yes.
It's for shoes. That's leather. That's premium leather for shoes.
For shoes. So pomo is not healthy indeed. Like I said, I don't eat it, but for the benefit of how we do it back home, you know. And after doing this, I'm also going to do a version where we don't add meat and we do just fish. So it's going to be half and half.
Ekpafufu with only fish.
With only fish.
Wow, okay.
Susanna says Team Joss is fully represented.
Oh, please, stop it.
And Zele wants to tell you that you're naughty for what you said.
What?
That she's naughty for what you said.
Oh, she's naughty. Oh, okay. Oh, we all know that. All right, so this is very exciting.
So the afang is in here already, and I'm going to remove this. I can't cross.
You can cook from afang and ekpafufu.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. All right, people. Welcome to the Garden Goddess's home.
Welcome to my home. Welcome to my home. I do container gardening.
Container gardening.
Yes.
That means people can get.
So just so you see before we move further what it looks like with just the afang.
Yeah.
There's no oil in this just yet.
Not yet.
But this is the afang, no spinach at this time.
Yes. Wow.
So I do container gardening. Of course, you see the yard is there, and we suffer from deers.
You're so funny. They just come to say hello.
They do, but they are also very vicious. They eat everything. So we have deers, we have the groundhog, and we have rabbit. So for years, we built a fence.
Yes.
And had the vegetable gardens on one side, and then the rose garden on the other side. But then the deer will not keep up. They won't keep up the groundhog.
Because the other day there was one right by the door.
Yes.
In your picture.
So I think before you leave, you'll see one outside.
Oh my
because
goodness.
those are my neighbors. Those are, they are living on my property without paying rent. So because of that, I started container gardening, where I plant everything in the containers. You can see the bitter leaf. I just cut them off. I just prune them for the weather. So I have a lot of pots for bitter leaf.
So if somebody wants bitter leaf, they can actually get a pot from you.
Yes,
and then
I have a lot of. I give it out to my friends, and some people also order, ask me to make it for them.
Apart from bitter leaf, what else do you have in it? Look at the groundhog. Oh my goodness, Ivy, that's serious.
Yes. So
apart from the bitter leaf, what else do you have in a pot?
Inside right now,
No,
generally.
you make generally.
Oh, I
yes.
do everything.
Cocoyam.
I do everything I use. I do cocoyam.
Mm-hmm.
I do the red bell peppers.
Mm-hmm.
I do lemon.
You have lemon and you have apricots. Too,
I do apricot. I have apples. I have plums. I have grapes. I have blueberries.
It's beautiful.
I
to
have.
live out here.
I have water leaf.
Uh-huh.
I have spinach. Like you see, the spinach is beautiful.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that
I saw
I eat
it.
from it, it also creeps and gives me a nice design on the deck.
Yes.
And also I have herbs, different kinds of herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have peppers.
Let's talk about herbs. Let's talk about herbs. What? You have a question? Yes. Go ahead.
Kate says that she's just joining you. Are you using cocoyam only? How do you mix the grated cocoyam to get the desired texture? And how much water should one add to mix?
Okay, you definitely came late because you don't add water to cocoyam like the garden goddess said. Cocoyam comes with its water. And
Yes.
you season the
I
grating.
season. What happens with cocoyam is that just like you're doing back home, when you're grating it, you don't add water. Like I said, one of the most important things that every woman or man should have in their kitchen is a good blender. So I blend it. I blend
And
my
season
cocoyam.
it.
I season it, and it comes out in the same texture as if you are grating it.
Yeah.
However, I add seasoning to mine before I wrap it. What else did she want to know? I hope that answers your question.
You answered all of it. Susanna asks, Susanna wants some tips for the container gardening.
Okay, so for the container gardening, what you need to do is soil. You have to have
Very
a very
important.
good soil. Soil is very, very important. And then the location. There are some things that don't really like a lot of sun exposures, like some flowers don't. And there are some things that do. However, you can do gardening from anything and everywhere. Every container I have broken, like you can see here, I have, this is my wine glass that got broken. And what did I do is it's cracked. Instead of throwing it out, I add water and I'm growing
herb in there.
herb in here. So container gardening is just so easy. For the pots, you have to make holes at the bottom of it so that water doesn't retain water. And then you have to put gravels at the bottom of each pot so that helps in draining your water. But again, the most important thing is your soil. Everything I plant is organic. Like the year is rounding up, so I have a container where I decompost all the food and keep them for next year that I can add to the soil and make sure that the soil is okay. So there are so many different things that becomes manure, like your banana peel can make for good manure. Your eggshell, like it or not, can make for a good manure. So everything that we basically eat here, you can turn it into your manure and add it into whatever you're growing. So container gardening is beautiful. And apart from that, when I'm putting it out in the summer, I have different textures. I think you have some pictures on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can do them in different levels and bring out the beauty in color. And
I hope
again,
I'm doing a good job.
yes, you are.
Thank you.
And again, what happens is that there are some things that can be compatible. Like, well, from my experience, I know that when I'm putting tomatoes up, I add basil at the bottom.
Oh.
They
help each other.
They help each other. And also it's like the apple. You can't have just one apple tree. You need pollination, they have to cross-pollinate each other. So container gardening is a beautiful thing to do.
Now let's talk about the things we plant in the container garden after your question. Yes, what's the question?
There's a lot of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
CH asks, how did you get the bitter leaf to the US, like the seed and everything?
How did I get the bitter leaf? Actually,
The stem. You have
The
to bring the
stem.
stem. Yeah.
disclaimer, this stem did not originate from me, but I have had it
5
for
years.
for over 10 years.
Really?
More than 10 years. Because again, green pan. So what I do is that as it is now, like if Regina wants, I can cut it in here. And soak
Don't
it
give
in
me
water.
again. The last one you gave me died.
Okay.
You just reminded me.
So
I
I've had it for over
fingers.
10 years. I got it from somebody, and believe it or not, that person's one died. I had to now give back. So wherever I go, If I see stem of something that's interesting, I bring. I'm actually looking to grow ugu. And I want to grow ugu. I want to grow pawpaw. I want to grow mango.
Yes.
And eben pear.
Great. So I'm not the only person whose stem has died.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm happy about that because I don't know why my
So like you see, I have five containers right now of the bitter leaf. And last week I gave about 10 because I had to make tiny for my friends as I was pruning them. Instead of throwing them out, I had to make it for them. And I use it for juicing. I add it in my juice. Like
the
most
bitter
of
leaf, right?
The bitter leaf.
Now let's not go too far. Let me ask you, what are the health benefits of bitter leaf? I hear it helps with diabetes. Yes.
It helps.
And it helps with flushing the system. Like, you know, Swedish bitters. Instead of Swedish, we can replace Swedish bitters with our bitter leaf because it works in cleansing the whole system too. Now let's talk about ugu. Somebody who, Duchess, who is on the vegan team, told us about how her mother used ugu to nurse her back to health and prevented her from having surgery for some kind of blocked intestine because the ugu just flushed everything out, you know, colon cleansing and all that. Ugu is very, very useful. Okay, mint leaves, right? Mint leaves. Our mothers used to use a lot of mint leaves in pepper soup, right? Goat meat pepper soup.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they call it mtong and achong. You just call it achong. Mint leaves are really healthy, especially when it comes to colds and flu. Just put a little bit of mint leaf in your chicken pepper soup or in your goat meat pepper soup. That helps clear your respiratory system, okay? Mint leaves are also good for, I think they use it for okebe.
Yes.
What is it? It's to cleanse your colon when you're constipated. Yes. They use mint leaves for okebe.
And that's also for bitter leaf.
Yes.
It's good to cleanse the colon.
Yes.
So what I do is that, like what you were asking me, most of the things I grow in my garden are what I use to do my juicing. I use this enema.
Enema, we forgot. Okay.
So
Thank you.
So what happens now is that I grow bitter leaf. I grow kale. Kale is another.
Isn't kale too tough?
It is tough, but then the contents, the benefits are
The health benefits
really for the heart, for
the
whatever you need. Kale steps up for you. So I do kale, I do spinach, I do celery. I plant celery as well.
Really?
I plant cucumber. All from the container. Celery, cucumber, carrots, you know, potatoes, sweet potatoes. I plant sweet potatoes, anything and everything.
See why I call her the garden goddess?
I planted. So next year I'm going to do I'm going to do yam.
Yes.
And see how that goes. You know?
Okay. Now there's something they do at home for malaria. Yes, another question.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of
questions. A lot of questions.
A lot of
so
comments
go ahead.
and
Let's give the
questions.
viewers a minute to say something. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Katie wants you to say it again, and she says you blend the cocoa yam. Could you please explain further? I didn't quite get it.
Okay. So, give me 1 minute.
We're doing the big guns. All right, we're gonna show you how to do it. All right.
She wants to see how it's done. I think we should have actually shown that while you're doing that. I'm going to show them how to do it.
How to grate the cocoa yam.
How to blend the cocoa yam.
Come on now, you just put it in your blender, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
While you do that, Susanna wants you to know that she's very thankful for the tips.
Oh.
And Ikpeme asks you what you know about that food.
What I know about which food?
She just says, Regina, what do you know about that food?
What does that mean, Ukpeme? Do you imagine that I don't know what I'm doing? Ask me a question. I'm fire. Ask me a question. You think I'm a Calabar girl for nothing? Are you kidding me?
So this is the cocoyam, and this is the blender. So I don't know if I can quickly, how much time we have. The afan soup to start with is ready.
Garden goddess, I don't think we need to demonstrate how to grate cocoyam. People will know how to grate cocoyam, right?
Okay, so this is cocoyam. When you scrape it,
yes.
when you take out the peel of the cocoyam, you chop them into cubes, little cubes, and then you put them in your blender. Again, blender blender. You put them in your blender, and then you add onions, you add pepper, and you add salt. Either salt or Maggi if that is what you like. But I like to put all my ingredients in the cocoyam to make it very easy for cooking. So that's it. And then you blend it, and you keep
don't add water.
You don't add water. There's no water. You don't add water in the cocoyam. That's how you get the good consistency. It's just like you're grating it. So is that okay? Does that answer her question?
Okay. You have another
so I'm
question?
going to move this away.
Okay.
You have another question? Yeah.
No.
All right, so everybody that is watching, please let me invite you to the grand finale of Soupastars Celebrity Cooking Competition at the Grand Atrium Lekki Ekwe Expressway in Lagos, Nigeria.
While that is being said,
oh wow! Look at that! Look at that! Okay, we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a big street party, and our celebrities are gonna be cooking for Lagos. Okay, so come hungry and leave happy. All right, we're gonna have Shegun Arinze. Can you imagine the boys can also cook? We're gonna have King Tonto. We have Mother Lisa. We have Iniedo repping AKS. Yay, tutu! Don't let us down. Okay, and we have we have Ayo Adesonya repping Lagos State. So we're gonna be cooking for you all. Like I said, come hungry, leave happy. And everything there is gonna be African. We have palm wine, we have ginger beer, we have all kinds of beverages. Everything will be original African recipes. So see you there. Our contestants also have the blender, they have the Bain Maries, they have all the equipment that you have here, like the Garden Goddess has. So we're gonna be gifting you. Whether you win or not, we'll give you something, at least a spoon or an apron. So come by. All right, next question. Yes.
Not really a question, but the same girl that asked what you know about the food said...
Oh my God, this girl is out for me today. What is it?
She said, you're not from Akwa Ibom, so I didn't expect you to know much about Ekpeng.
Who is not from Akwa Ibom?
He said I'm not from Akwa Ibom.
Where is she from?
I am from Ikorekpa village in Ukanafon local government area. Ukanafon local government area is in Akwa Ibom state of Nigeria. Okay? Irong mama. Yeah. Irong mama. Irong mama de. Yeah. This is an mama.
She still called you her lovely actress, though.
Oh, thank you, honey. I love you too.
Any more questions?
Katie wants to say thank you to Ivy. She said, thanks a million. You're a lifesaver. I hurt myself so badly grating the last time I cooked ekpang. Ekpang.
No, you don't grate. That is why we have the blender. You have the fact of giving. I always tell people, I said, you can take a girl out of a village, but you can't take a village out of a girl.
Please don't take the village out of me.
Don't take the village out of the girl. So what I say is that wherever you are, just try things and make things work out for you. The blender has done a lot for me. Like I think if we can have time to throw in and show people how to make moi moi the easy way, because that then you bake it. You know, you bake moi moi, and it's easy. My rice is all baked. My food are baked. You know,
baking is a very good way. Let's talk about ways of cooking. Let's talk about ways of cooking, because you know the thing wrong with the way most of us cook is that we cook our foods to death. We cook all the nutrients and everything, so by the time it gets into the body, it has no nutritional value. So baking is a very good alternative to, you know, cooking the food to death. So that's baking, steaming, ways to try to cook. And I also plant broccoli. Broccoli, wow, okay. All right.
So maybe in the summer when things are springing up,
we'll do another video.
So you can see. I think you have a video from when I started. I think
from
last year.
In the garden. Yes, more comments.
More comments.
C8 said, thank you, Garden Goddess, for the tips. And thank you, Regina. We love you.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Jacob says, Team Just for the grand prize.
This girl and her Team Just.
Come 6 December 2019 at the Grand Atrium.
Oh, wow. She's ready. She is really ready. You know, our contestants are so stoked. They are ready to battle each other.
Listen, as a judge, I am looking for...
Let's talk about the judging criteria. It's TAKE, T-A-K-E, right? Taste is the biggest, right?
No.
No, taste has to be the biggest.
Oh, taste is good.
Yes.
However,
And
I am into little details.
Watch out. Okay.
Little details.
Details like what? Details like what?
Your presentation.
Exactly.
How clean is your area? Are you sweaty?
Are you wearing gloves? Don't forget your gloves.
Are you sweaty? You know, your demeanor. Are you happy
cooking
to be in the kitchen cooking? And yeah, what?
Check out the nails. Check out the nails. Do you have long nails? How you
Well,
holding the food?
some people
are able
manage
to manipulate
some
long nails.
Able to manipulate long nails.
Let me give you a tip, girls. You see that I'm not very near there. If I'm going near the fire, I'm going to wear something on my head because these things are highly inflammable. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I should have had a hat like the garden goddess, but I forgot my hat. So I have to stay where I'm safe, okay? But on the day of the competition, don't put your head over the gas cooker. We don't have a fire extinguisher for hair. Be careful, okay?
So I think we're good.
When are we mixing the shrimps?
We'll put it, the shrimps is already pre-cooked. The shrimps,
yeah,
pre-cooked the shrimps already. If you do me a favor, Regina, can you chop this into tiny, like into 4?
The snails. Are they cooked? Do I have to taste them?
They're cooked, no.
Okay. I don't have
Yes,
to.
you can taste them.
Alright,
So
can I taste that fish again just to make
These
sure
are the snails.
it's good for the top of the
So
pot?
again, like I said, I like things to not to be too bulky.
So
just sit
while-
it there. Sit it there.
while we
We're done.
do, right?
We are going to do this.
Because it's full, so we
Yes,
don't.
what I'm saying, we're done with this one. We'll
Okay.
sit it on top
Alright.
to help you.
Where did I keep my knife?
No, we can always keep another one.
Oh, okay. I'm feeling so cultural. Very, very cultural. Okay. I'm in a quite bamboo now. Cooking in the kitchen. Oh goodness, I feel good. Are we gonna fry these nails or these snails or put them in pepper or they're just done? They're ready. They're ready for the pot?
They're ready.
Okay. And another thing we're doing with the food is preserving our culture, right? If a people do not preserve their culture, they stand in danger of being extinct, right? Your food, your dressing, your I don't want to say performances, your ceremonies are the things that propagate your culture. So whoever is watching, remember, let us teach these to our children, okay? Our grandmothers died, a lot of them died off with knowledge, crucial knowledge of the health benefits of these herbs that we did not care to learn. Now we recognize that we missed a lot from not learning from them. So let us remember to teach this to our children.
So I'm adding
our food, our culture, and everything we know. So our children can also benefit from what we know. Finally, I have to remember to tell you that these are much better to keep you healthy than the medication that you buy from the store, okay? Rather than enrich big pharma by filling up yourself with poisonous medications that have undesirable side effects, eat healthy to stay healthy, okay? All right. Okay. So what did you just throw in the pot? What's that black thing?
So now I'm going to move this. That is a journal. So I'm going to move. I'm going to. Do you get it here? Do you get here?
Okay, the snails are going in. Oh,
Yes.
I think for there.
Hold on, give me a minute.
Okay.
So I'm trying to clear here because we're done.
We're done with the. Yes.
With that bit.
We're not going to put utasi. This thing here. Uyaya. This thing is uyaya. We're not going to put it in a
No, we're not going to put it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I'm just trying to clean this area so that we can move things from here.
All right.
Regina, can you remove your gloves and open the wine?
Am I done?
And open the wine.
Um,
But at least the face of this one is done. We are done with this face.
But we did not put this.
It's coming.
Oh. All right. Send them ponies and send them ponies.
We're over by the pot now.
Huh?
We're over by the pot.
Yeah, we're over at the pot. I cannot wait to taste the food.
So I'm going to bring, you have to have this here to,
Oh my goodness. You see all those people on Facebook and Instagram
you want to bring it up here, Regina?
that keep, bring what?
The pot.
All those people on Facebook and Instagram that keep showing pictures of their food. Oh. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Alright, but
You want it?
it's done?
Yes.
Wow.
The fan soup is done.
How many minutes do you cook it for? We talked, when we were talking, a lot of time passed. Yeah. Oh my God. Can you zoom in? Dinner is served. Oh, man.
So you start the epan cocoa without putting any water in it.
Yeah, because I used to see it at home, right? They have a kettle of hot water.
Yeah, I'm steaming I have the stock that I'm going to use
Oh, instead of water.
instead of water.
Oh, wow.
But you
See
can
the
also
little
use-
tricks?
And also use water.
See the little tricks? Okay. Can you see the pot? Can you see everything in the pot? Can you see the mede inside the pot? And I can tell you, it smells so good. All right. What are we going to eat this with?
Oh, that's another thing. Again, you can take the girl out of the village.
But you cannot take the village out of the girl. Woo-hoo!
So when you go out of your way, you can find things.
What's that?
This is fufu.
Oh, wow. You found fufu in New Jersey.
So this is fufu. We call it fufu.
We call it fufu,
Most
yes.
people call it fufu. I think the Igbos call it aku.
Oh, no.
What?
Apple is very different from fufu.
What is the
Apple
difference?
is really, I think it's in the preparation. Apple is hard. If you eat apple, you're gonna faint for a few minutes because it knocks you out. It knocks you out. It's so heavy. You know how fufu is
So
soft?
this is fufu made out of cassava. One of the products of cassava. So and there's also gari, and there's also pounded yam, and then there's also we can also do what do you call it now? We can also do wheat flour
And oatmeal.
and oatmeal instead. So this looks so good. That's it.
We ready. Okay, so we still have shrimps and snails out.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we have shrimps and snails out before we can add them. Why? Because those are already cooked, and we don't need to like really worry about it. What we can now add is the shrimp, or is the dry shrimp.
All right,
The
so
crayfish. Can I have crayfish?
just a crayfish.
No, that's crayfish.
This one.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So. All right, Garden Goddess. I think for a little bit we're going to cut, right? Prepare the table. And the next time they're going to see us, we are going to be sitting down and
I think they will
tasting.
need to have to see how, because you see how we wrap them, these sizes. This is not how the final product is because we have to cut it so that it cut it into a little bit of nicer pieces to make it nice. I'm steaming stock. We have stock here, and also we're going to add warm water to the stock to make it. Okay, again, you don't add water from the beginning. You have to let the water steam. You have to let the pot steam because remember we have oil, and then even the cocoyam has its own water.
So you're gonna cover it.
I'm
and
going
let
to
it
cover it, let it steam.
All right. So thank you so very much, Facebook family, Instagram, and the rest of you. It was a pleasure having you with us. When you see us again, if you see us again, we're going to be sampling the food. All right, Garden Goddess, you didn't cheers. to your health. Santé. Thank you.